Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using this cipher, which me and my friend Loren Sherman have been developing since 2011, and it uses a combination of these 4 different shaped letter stems. So there's the divot stems, which kind of break the word circle, this blue line word circle here. The black line letter stems kind of break it. Those are the 2 divot stems. And then there's 2 completed circle stems. And the difference between the 2 divots are that the deep divot is more than 50% of the circle, or the shallow divot is 50% or less of the circle, and then the 2 completed circle stems, one is on the line of the word circle, whereas the other is inside the word circle. So step 1 of reading words in this script is figuring out which letter stem it is. And then vowels are these smaller circles here, and they have different positions depending on what vowel they are. So there's the E position, right on the line of the word circle or enclosed in the center of a vowel of a consonant. And then the A is outside the word circle and the O is inside the word circle. So let's go ahead and get to it. So you start at this start marker if one is present. So this shape here is the start here orientation marker. And you read bottom counterclockwise. So you start at the bottom and then you go counterclockwise around our sentence circle and around our word circles inside that sentence. So here's our start, and if we start going this way, this is actually the first letter we hit, the first word, and this is the first letter of our first word. So here's the bottom of it, and this is our first letter of our first word, and this is a deep divot stem, so we're in this top row. And then to figure out which column it's in, we look at the modifiers. So there are no dots on this letter, but there's 1, 2 lines that end on it. Yep, this line does curve around and it's like the same line, but it counts twice because it ends on it twice. And line modifiers count where they end on a letter stem, and they can count for multiple letters. So this is 2 line modifiers on a deep divot, making it an H. And then we have a little guy, a little vowel stacked in this letter stem. And it is right in the middle of our consonant. So in this red circle position, if we follow that down, that's the E position. And then when you have stacked letters, consonants are read before vowels. So that would be the H-E. Then we continue around. Here's our next letter. It's a little vowel, and it's by itself, not on one of the 4 consonant stems, and it's outside the word circle, making it an A. And then we have this consonant stem. This is a completed circle, and it is on the line of our word circle, like this. So that would be a TH. And lines that pass through letters do not count. So this line here going through the TH doesn't count. It counts on this letter here, not on this letter. And then we have another vowel, and this one's on the line of the word circle inside our consonant stem, making it an E. So THE, and then our last letter in this word is a shallow divot. So we're in this row, and there's 1, 2, 3 dots on it, so we're in this column. So this row plus this column is an R. So we have HEA, THER, and Heather. Then we continue around to our next word. The bottom of it's here. We have our first letter. It is a circle inside the word circle, like this. And there are no modifiers on it. This little guy is a vowel, not a dot, because it's open in the middle. So that makes it a J, no consonant modifiers. And then that vowel I talked about is attached to the J like a bead on a string, here, here. And if we follow that down, that would be an O. So J-O, then we continue around. Here's another deep divot, just like this one. And this also has 1, 2 lines. So just like this H has 2 lines. I just made them straight to kind of divide up the numbers going around, and I like the mix of straight lines and curvy lines in these designs. Anyway, so J-O-H, and then last but not least, we have this circle inside the word circle with 1 line making it an N. So J-O-H-N is John. And now we have numbers. So numbers in the script are done a bit different, and they're also quite simpler. They're a lot simpler than the words, in my opinion. Anyway, so numbers, they have concentric rings. So we see how there's a bunch of concentric rings here, here, and here, and they're all centered around a thicker ring. This thicker ring is the decimal point. So we have 3 numbers here, so 3 decimal points. And then to figure out the value of the numbers, we look at the number of rings going around it. So here we have 2 rings, so we have 2 decimal points. And then inside the ring, so if we look at this outer ring here, there is 1 line that passes through it. So that would be a 1 in the bigger outer column, so in the tens column, since this is a 2-digit number. So that would be a 1. And then there's nothing on this inner ones place digit ring. So that would be a 1, 0. This should be 10. Why did I write 12 there? I'm checking my commission. Okay, sweet. I had it right in the circles and wrong in my notes, because I checked my notes. 10 is the correct number to have there. This is supposed to be 10, and it is 10. The only error was here, because go me. Anyway, so 1, 0, so 10. And then we have this number. We have our outer circle here. And there is one line passing through that, so that would be a 1 in the tens column as well, just like the 10, except we have a lot more junk in our ones column. So there are 3 lines, so we're going to have a value of 3 plus a dot. So a dot or an open circle is worth 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, so that would be 18. Okay, and then we continue to this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 concentric rings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as far as interrupting the rings, so we have rings broken here by our sentence circle just because I wanted to kind of fill this space a little bit more. And I also wanted to make the 19 part of the 2019 stand out a little bit more, because sometimes dates are just, written as like something like just 10, 18, 19, saying it's in 2019. Anyway, so we have this outer column with 1, 2 lines passing through it. And then we have nothing in this row. And then we have 1 in this row, so 1. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be 2019. So, yep, there we have that. And then we have this word here. We're back to words now. We're not in numbers anymore. So, bottom counterclockwise, and we're looking for our letter stems. This one's got a bunch of divot stems. So, we have this divot stem, which is a deep divot. So, top row with 3 dots, making it a D. And then we have an A outside the D, like that. So, A. Then we have a shallow divot here. And that shallow divot has 1 line on it, making it a V. Then we have an I, and I's are like E's, but they have a line going inwards. So that green line going inwards turns that into an I, and here's another D, just like that D. So that's David. Okay, so now we're on Michael. So bottom's here, our first letter is here. This is a circle inside the word circle, and there are 1, 2, 3 lines attached to it. This 4th line connects to the vowel inside it. So 1, 2, 3 line modifiers on our consonant makes it an M, and then this vowel has a line going towards the middle of our word circle, making it an I, just like this I on David, so M-I. Then we continue around. Here's another deep divot. We're in the top row, and there are 1, 2 dots with it, so that would be a CH. Then we have the A outside our word circle. Then we have an E on the line of the word circle, and then our last letter has 1, 2, 3 dots, and is a circle inside the word circle, so this row, this column is an L, so M-I-C-H-A-E-L is Michael. And then we have Shiloh. We have a shallow divot with this 1 straight line here ending on it, plus 1, 2 of these thick lines here, and I use that trick through multiple letters to get this nice little sort of layered effect. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 lines makes that an S, and then we have a deep divot, so this one, with 1, 2 lines, that would be another H, just like the H in John and the H in Heather. So H, and then we have another I line going inwards. Then we have 1, 2, 3 dots on that L, just like the L in Michael. Then we have an O like a bead on a string, just like the O on John. So O, then we have another H with 2 lines on it. So that would be all of your names in this design. And this is a unique design to you, so this video will be unlisted, and I will give you the link to share it, but it will not be on my public YouTube, and the design itself will not be something I will sell or reuse in any of my projects, as this is just for you. So yeah, I hope you like it. Thank you. Bye.